Hard-hitting, slow-firing, with a hint of nostalgia. This beefed-up 7.62 variant of a classic weapon from Call of Duty Ghosts and Advanced Warfare has made its way to Urzikstan. But does its weapon stay true to its name, and does it subvert your expectations? Hi, I'm Flaky. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into this wireless hole puncher and find out if this weapon deserves your time. This is the SOA Subverter, and welcome to Modern Warfare Zombies Gun Guides. Basing its appearance off of the Beretta ARX-200, a 7.62 variant of the ARX-160. This weapon can be found in the battle rifle class of weapons. You can unlock this weapon by completing 5 challenges from week 5 of Season 2, finding it in-game, or if you're watching this after Season 2 is concluded, you have the option of completing armory challenges to unlock this weapon. Starting off our look at this weapon, we see that it has a base damage value of 39, with a 1.13 times multiplier for upper torso and a 1.28 times multiplier for headshots. This makes the Subverter one of the lowest damaging battle rifles in the game, only beating out the TAC-V and the Cronin Skrull by mere single points of damage. You will hold maximum damage until 25 meters, which then will drop off after that point and decline onwards. Your bullet velocity will zoom at 810 meters a second, while your fire rate is 697.7 rounds per minute. You might as well say 700 at that point. Your recoil is above average in this category, with a 21.57 degrees per shot, horizontal at 11.33 degrees per shot, and vertical at 50.50 degrees per shot. Moving lastly to our mobility and handling times, we have a basic movement speed of 4.5 meters a second, ADS movement speed of 2.6 meters a second, ADS speeds of 278 milliseconds, sprint to fire times of 256 milliseconds, and lastly a basic reload speed of 3.1 seconds on tactical and 3.7 seconds on empty. In its basic form, the SOA Subverter feels subpar compared to the other battle rifles in the game, with lower damage and slower handling speeds, but on the other hand, the recoil and its access to a 50 round drum mag, something none of the Modern Warfare 3 battle rifles have, with the exception of the 60 round drum on the Sidewinder aftermarket part, gives it one platform to stand on when it comes to picking this weapon over something like the MTZ 7.62 for instance. Let's be honest though, the BAT-SB is still going to be number 1 and you should absolutely be using that as your top pick. Taking this to the range, we can see our recoil in action. The recoil is manageable without any need to specialize in recoil attachments, as long as you stay in those effective ranges. So a lot of our attachment efforts should be boosting our killing potential and weapon speed. Using this weapon in game, the battle rifle holds its own pretty well, its biggest drawbacks being the speed and magazine sizes, which can both be rectified when you earn attachments for the weapons. One of the weapon's biggest strengths is its ammo reserve. Starting out with your default 20 round mag, your reserve comes out to 500 rounds, your 30 round mag brings it to 600, and your 50 round drum brings it to a whopping 1,500. This thing has enough ammo to make light machine guns blush. The staggering inclines and ammo pulls help solidify the weapon as a viable pick for the ammo alone. Yeah, the damage is not on par with something like the BAT-SB or the Sidewinder, however, it at least makes up for that shortcoming well, but we will get more into damage in a short moment here. Let's move on to the Pack-a-Punch side of this gun. Pack-a-Punch in this weapon turns it into the SOA Constrictor. This is just wordplay for the snake of a similar name, the Boa Constrictor. Yeah, they really let the creativity flow on this one. Moving on to the damage chart, we have our damage scaling from 39 to 1248 depending on pack level and weapon rarity. Now keep in mind, this is just for the basic damage you will be doing. This is not including any of the upper torso or headshot multipliers, so this weapon can theoretically do even more damage than this. As for any special abilities you may gain from upgrading this weapon, it is only a magazine increase by double, giving you either 40, 60, or 100 depending on your currently equipped magazine. Moving over to our speed cola reload times, our 20 round mag comes in with an empty reload of 1.23 seconds and a tactical reload of 1.06 seconds. The 30 round mag comes in at 1.22 on empty and 1.10 seconds on tactical, And lastly, the 50 round drum. This has an empty reload of 1.31 seconds and a tactical of 1.21 seconds. These reloads are all very competitive, especially the 50 round drum, making it a definitive attachment pick for this weapon. Next up is the Camo Unlocks. These are very simple and can be earned organically without much forethought put into them. Get 250 kills to unlock Gloom. Unlocking at level 7, get 3 kills with a single shot 30 times to unlock Desolation. You can speed up the process by equipping armor-piercing ammunition and over-upgrading your weapon for use in lower-end threat zones to do more penetration damage. Next up, unlocking at level 12, get 100 kills in a single match to unlock Piranha. And lastly, unlocking at level 17, get 5 Mimic kills to unlock Venom Prism. You can find Mimics most commonly at infested strongholds. Lastly, let's take a look at my personal recommendation for this gun. I made this build with a focus on upping the ante on its killing potential and its speed, combating what are the two main drawbacks to this weapon. Starting things off with the 50 round drum, you unlock this very early on at level 3, which gives you that 50 round mag, increasing your ammo reserve to 1,500 and also having those very competitive weapon reload times. Our speed penalties aren't very intrusive either, with the worst being a 11% increase to ADS time, which we will offset using the SL Razorhawk laser. You can unlock this with the Armory unlock or by leveling up the SVA 545 assault rifle to level 10. This will give us a buff to our ADS and sprint to fire time by 10 and 15% which respectively, as well as tightening up our attack stance spread by 16% and giving a buff to our aim and steadiness. Next attachment is the Fervor 7.62 sword barrel. Unlocking at level 9, this barrel will help its smidge with our aim walking speed at 8%, ADS time at 5%, general movement with 4%, and our sprint to fire getting an 8% increase. Now our recoil and velocity will take a similar percentage hit, with the last thing that happened is another tightening of attack stance spread by 12%. This one is personal preference, but I like to use the PCS assault grip that you unlock at level 10. We take a 11% hit to our ADS time, but gain a 10 and 7% increase to our recoil control, which can help out when we have those near 25 meter long engagements. And lastly, I chose to go with the Jack Purifier aftermarket part. Unlocking through a armory challenge, this part I originally wrote off for its lackluster damage and fuel capacity. But as of the recent update, this thing got a major damage buff, allowing this thing to absolutely shred through enemies like nothing. Going from a mediocre attachment to a powerhouse to make mega abominations cry for their mama. Use this thing before the nerf because man, you know this thing is going to get nerfed. If they do, I recommend the 7.62 armor piercing as a backup for that extra penetration power. There you have it. We have our finished build on screen. I believe these combination of attachments help bring out the best of this weapon. And this has been my gun guide on the SOA Subverter. I thank you very much for your patience. I initially was trying to release this video last week, but unfortunately I started projectile vomiting like a Dead Rising character after I got sick, so I was not able to finish the video until this point. But I very much appreciate you for your patience, and I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Got anything you would like to add or any questions about the SOA Subverter? Please sure to leave a comment down below. Like what you see around my channel or enjoying the content so far, be sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and you have a beautiful day, and remember, keep your head on a swivel.